Hello everyone, it's John Pollock, and it's Wai Ting, and where are we, Wai?
Apparently not the Review A WAI studios. We are in a cafe.
What cafe is this called, Wai? Cool Hand of a Girl.
Yeah,
That's the name of this place, everyone.
we're not bullshitting you.
Look at the name.
If you could see on the sign.
Well, everyone, this is part one of Where in the World Are Wai and Wai Ting and Pollock.
Yes.
And you know where we are going to be in the world coming up in 2.5 weeks? You and I are going to Miami, Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yes, for WrestleMania.
That's true, everyone. We are going to be in Miami for 3 whole days, taking in as much professional wrestling as we can possibly imagine. We are going to be going to WrestleMania, the Hall of Fame, Wrestle Reunion, as well as WWE Fan Access.
Fan access. We actually get some access to the WWE superstars. And you can follow all of this, everything that we do, first of all, on the Fight Network, fightnetwork.com, as we welcome some special guests into our
Al Wilson.
Yes, that's right. You can follow all of the interviews and all the everything that we do on Fight Network, which is still on free preview up until the day of WrestleMania.
That's true.
See everything that we do, of course, fightnetwork.com and all that bullshit.
Yes, we are going to be posting all that stuff as well as up on YouTube, a lot of our content that we're going to be shooting that weekend, and me and Wai, despite this insane amount of stuff we are planning to attend, we're going to try and squeeze some podcasts in there.
Yes, we are, with some very surprise special guests.
Special guests. There's one we are working on where we're not going to advertise it because if it doesn't happen, we look stupid. But if it does, I think everyone is going to love it.
Yes, as well, on that Sunday night following WrestleMania.
3 hours. It's going to be a 3-hour law on Sunday night, April the 1st, and I'm sure me and Wai will be calling in that night. You'll get to hear tons of reactions. So that's all coming up. A very, very busy couple of weeks. And then Wrestle Reunion is less than a month away as well. It's
this is too much stuff. I'm not even beginning the process Wrestle Reunion in Toronto yet.
So let's go to some of your questions, though, because that is why you are checking this out, so we can listen to you and some of your crazy questions. And we're going to start off with Josh Thomas. What's your guys' dream matches in pro wrestling? Do you guys have any friends at all that like wrestling? I hate dream match questions, so unless you have a good one that stands out, let's move on to any friends that like wrestling.
Okay.
Sorry, Josh.
I still have one very good friend who's a big wrestling fan. He still occasionally listens to our podcast, so that's really it. My other friends, they've either become MMA friends or...
MMA friends?
Yeah, they become MMA friends instead of wrestling friends, or they just... I don't know, they don't watch it.
See, I used to have a giant group of friends that watched wrestling that now, actually one of them, my buddy Paul, who you've met, Wai, he's just gotten back into wrestling because of The Rock. That's all he's interested in, The Rock. So as much as that might upset people like Hornswoggle, there's a big audience.
So perhaps he'll leave wrestling once
probably April 2nd he'll be done. But another one of my friends, Brad, who I went to WrestleMania 20 with, and he's going to join us on the podcast in a couple of weeks.
Yes, I find that like during WrestleMania time, you definitely get a bit more buzz from various people just asking like what's going on this year, etc., etc. But as for current and fans that follow everything, it's not very.
Yeah, you can really gauge the interest when you tell your friends, "Hey, who's watching Extreme Rules this Sunday night?"
There's just too many shows and not enough stars.
We move over to Jack Pisco. Do you believe that doing the podcast has made more comfortable with voicing your opinions or less in it? Okay. Basically what he's saying, has the podcast added to anything outside socially?
No, not really. Not at all.
No.
I mean, I guess I'm more comfortable voicing my opinion about wrestling matters now because I probably watch a bit more and like I have more of a chance to think about my opinions. So yeah, I feel more comfortable doing that. But it's not like it's affected my opinions on politics or... I don't know.
I think as a result, though, more of our listeners are know us, I think, a bit better. I mean, you listen to anyone that long.
Yeah.
Like, all the podcasts you listen to, I mean, you really do get to know that person when you, like, I was just looking on my Stitcher app, and that's not a blatant plug here, but I have listened since December. I've listened to 55 hours of the Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's 55 hours of one man.
Yeah.
Friends. So,
Yeah, I know.
we continue on with Kevin James Persnick. If you guys could ask Vince McMahon 3 questions and get a straight answer, what would you ask?
Okay.
What would you question would you ask?
What would I ask Vince if I had 3 questions?
I'd just ask him to say, God damn it.
Yeah.
Do you follow Cranky Vince?
I would ask him, what do you like? What do you like in your coffee? I can't think of anything.
I would ask him,
what are you actually interested to know about this man? Like, I feel like
there's so much about wrestling, but to me, I would just enjoy not even just watching him interact with people. I think that would be something. I mean, he has created, not even himself, but all the people around him have created this persona that Vince McMahon is just this individual that no one could create. He's a non-human among people.
Yeah, he's a character. I don't know. You're gonna get a lot of I don't knows here. These are just things I never ever think about.
Would you vote for Linda McMahon if you could?
No,
I would have no faith in Linda McMahon running my state if I was in the U.S. And Mike Burke, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? I'd be invisible.
Really? So you could stalk people?
Yeah. Invisible or fly. Those are badass traits.
I would have an adamantium skeleton.
What does that mean for us common folks?
It means adamantium is the most rarest metal in the world, and it's nearly indestructible. You can only, even other adamantium.
So you could not be destroyed. You could get hit by a truck.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just brush it off.
Yes, and I'd weigh a lot more without adamantium. Or with that, whatever. So is this it? Are we done here?
That's going to wrap us up, everybody, for episode number 6 of Ask A WAI. We appreciate all of your questions, no matter how wacky they are or how ridiculous they are. We never proofread them ahead of time, and thus we have shitty answers a lot of the time. But if you don't enjoy our video blogs, then you'll love our podcast. So go check them out, liveaudiowrestling.com, reviewaway.com. We do multiple podcasts every week. If you're just stumbling across us on YouTube and don't even watch wrestling, boy, are you missing out. What are they missing out
on the Law Radio YouTube?
No, just
or our stuff. They're missing out on a ton of podcasts, a ton of us talking, a ton of yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Live audio wrestling.
I'm being really thrown off by our friends here in the back.
Oh, they're appreciating all of this.
Yeah, look at this.
Who do you think this guy looks like? Why don't you post on this video right now? Who is this guy right there? And what's he eating?
You're related.
Okay. That's going to wrap us up, everybody. Join us as we go to Miami in a couple of weeks, and we'll put up a new thread and get more questions, and I think we're going to proofread them as well. So now we're going to be invisible.